What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. It is about 8 a.m. right now on a Sunday. I don't know the exact day of the month, but I literally just got off my flight about maybe an hour and a half ago. I flew overnight from Salt Lake to Fort Lauderdale, so now I'm back in Florida and ready to grind. So today it's Sunday, so we don't really have a ton of movement. We also got news kind of yesterday that on February 16th, we should hear some good news on our merchant account cap. But in better news, in our last episode, we talked about fighting our chargebacks, and most of them are processing right now. We've lost 2 out of 3, but that have fully gotten a response. I don't know exactly why we've lost those. Maybe it's the way we submit our info, but the good news is that we won 1 of them. So this one was $138. So we've recovered $138 so far in just winning our chargebacks, and we have a bunch pending. Well, not a bunch, but about 10 pending to see what result that actually ends up being. So great news on that end, and we have no new chargebacks, so nothing to really fight right now. And today we've done no revenue so far, and so that's all good. It looks like we have about 17 subscriptions scheduled to bill today. So at some point today, we'll have 17 subscriptions attempt to bill. With our average approval rate, well, it could be about 70% approval on those subscriptions. So we should be doing a couple thousand today in revenue. And then in terms of profit, it's pretty high as well on that revenue because it is all subscription oriented, right? That revenue isn't being paid for as a new sale. It's just coming in as what it is, right? So our only cost is kind of just product cost there. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited to be back, and I'm out of the cold weather, so I'm back here in Florida. It's not too hot here today, but you can see it's kind of cloudy. We got our view of the beach and stuff back there, so it's been it's pretty cool to be back. But yeah, so what's on the agenda for the day? I'm running at 3 hours of sleep, so that's cool. But basically today I'm gonna go over to this farm with my friend Oscar, pick up some raw milk, and if they have butter and cream and whatnot, I'll go there too. Definitely some eggs. And my girl showed me this tartare recipe for steak, and it's so good. So now I just am doing pure 100% raw for a while to see how I feel. But the tartare tastes so good, dude. So I'm gonna just definitely dial my diet in while I'm here. I mean, I live here, so I'm just gonna dial my diet in, and I'm looking forward to get back into boxing starting tomorrow, I believe. Today, I have a bunch of videos to create for TikTok. We've been uploading pretty consistently now since the last couple of days, where it's been 3 a day. So we're doing a UGC approach and then also an AI approach. So we're gonna split test to see which does the best, because the AI wasn't really bringing in any sales, and it kind of seems like it's been overdone. And I talked about this one of the other episodes not too long ago, but you kind of have to trailblaze your own style. So for us, the AI style has already been done, and it's a proven concept, but we weren't really doing anything new or innovative, and so it wasn't really working out for us. But in terms of our new kind of content, we believe that's going to work a little bit better, because UGC has been done before, but the style that we're approaching it with, for supplements, we're not seeing it done a ton. And so we're trying to kind of give our brand a voice as well, rather than it being an AI, so we're trying to be more personable with our audience as well. So everything's been pretty good. But today, in terms of work, I'm just going to be checking on our subscription statistics. I'm going to be checking on, of course, I'm going to be working on the TikTok videos pretty actively today, and then checking to see if any orders have come in. They haven't yet, but it's possible today some might. We're getting some videos with some more views. So I'm pretty happy with our progress so far. I mean, TikTok Shop seems like it's a pretty easy thing when you look at people on Twitter posting all their results, but in reality, it's actually been pretty difficult. So once I figure out a working system, I'll 100% share it here. But we haven't found that yet, and so once we do, you guys will get the sauce. But it's not there yet. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much the agenda for the day. And then I'm probably going to knock out early today because my flight left at like 12 a.m. last night and arrived here at like 6 a.m. So, and I didn't really sleep at all on there because I had my dog also on the plane. He slept, but I didn't. So, yeah, it should be pretty interesting. But while I was landing, I was like, I wrote down this thought, and it was interesting because there was these people in the row right in front of me, and basically they had, well, the dad had these two sons, these two little sons, right? And I live here in Fort Lauderdale, I live here in Florida, but for this kind of just put this thought in my mind, right? Whereas everybody has already experienced something that you're currently experiencing, and let me try to figure that how to put this. So everybody's experienced something that you're going to experience at some point, and everybody's experiencing something that you've already experienced, right? So when I flew in, the kid was like, "Dad, that guitar or that building is shaped like a guitar. That's so, funny." And then they were like talking about it. But I remember like a couple months back when I first moved here, I saw that and I was like, "Dude, that building's shaped like a guitar, right?" But it doesn't, this isn't about a guitar building, right? This is more about life experience. And so everybody has at some point experienced what you're going to experience or what you're currently experiencing. And so with that said, it's just about how you kind of change your own situation, what you make of your own situation, right? You're kind of sorry about my camera, but you're in control of your own life, and you are essentially the artist for your own life, which is really interesting because it's not about the building, it's more about your life experience, right? So if you're having a hard time in your business, everybody's at one point had that, probably a very similar problem, if not the same problem, and has had that exact same mental wheel going off in their head on what should I do, should I quit, should I keep going? And so it's about what you kind of make of your situation in terms of your experiences. So what you do with your experiences is going to make or determine your future, right? So somebody who may have experienced the same exact thing as you or myself might not have done the same exact thing after experiencing that experience. I don't know if this all makes sense, but to me it made sense in my head. It's like, wow, like everybody literally is going to experience for the first time something you've experienced before, and you're going to experience for the first time something that everybody else has experienced before or somebody else has experienced before, and it's about what you make of that experience is how that crafts your life, if that makes sense. So that was a pretty interesting thought that I had, but right now I'm probably going to go slam some raw eggs and I don't know, maybe take a quick power nap and then get ready to go to this farm place with my boys. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. So it's about, 12:30 in the afternoon now. I'm getting ready to go pick up my friend. We're going to go over to this farm store, so I'm going to go buy my raw milk. Seems like that's kind of what's going on in just about every single episode. But that Ferrari that I just recorded is like right here in my parking garage. I'm in my Jeep. That's not my Ferrari. But it just kind of made me think about something. So being in an affluent area, like in the building that I live in, for example, I think has given me more like drive in a sense, but it's also given me less desire for like material things. So when you see those like Ferraris, like there's multiple Ferraris in my garage, there's multiple Lamborghinis in my garage, there's Bentleys, there's Rolls Royce, there's Mercedes, there's every type of luxury car that you can imagine outside from like a Bugatti or something, right? So there's none of that, but there's a lot of wealth here. There's a lot of cars, there's a lot of material things, and I had my Audi when I was here for a little while, but it, all kind of, proximity is power, right? So of course being around these things is cool, and it just makes me think this is my normal, and that's what, becomes normal. But at the same time, when you're around it all that much, it kind of also loses its touch and its feel and why it's, what it is. It loses the oh my God, that's a Ferrari type of thing, right? So yeah, I don't know. It's just been it's pretty cool to be here because you're surrounded by things that are constantly like that, and you're looking at it like, oh wow, like yeah, that's awesome. But it also becomes like your new reality, which is a good thing and a bad thing, right? It makes me desire them less, but I feel like attract them more, if that makes sense. So less desire for a Ferrari, but more attraction along the path to buying a Ferrari. So it's been pretty cool. So if you know you're kind of seeing that car back there and you're just like, damn, that's a Ferrari. Well, yeah, it is, but maybe that's a sign that you should look into trying to get yourself surrounded to more wealthy things. Surround yourself, go to nicer restaurants, like, or walk around them more, walk around where you want to buy your future house. Like, it's cool because once you can picture exactly what you want in your future and you could surround yourself with those things all the time, it's almost as if you're already living that future, and you're kind of operating between space and time, and you're able to, I don't know, bring those things to become your reality somehow, if that makes sense. Like, I don't have a Ferrari yet, but I'm sure at some point I will. And so it's pretty cool to like just constantly be around those things. But anyway, I'm gonna stop spieling on about my spiritual ideals, and basically I'm gonna go pick up my boy. We're gonna drive over to this farm store, grab some milk, eggs, butter. Then we're gonna come home. I'm gonna make myself some what's it called? Tartar, steak tartar. I picked up some filet earlier, so I'm gonna make some tartar. As I do that, I'll record it, show you guys my chef skills. I have learned quite a bit since I was in Utah, and I think it's gonna be much better than my first tartar that I created. For sure it will be. And while I do that, I'll talk to you guys more about CBD, the business, moving it forward. And we have a big week coming up this week, so I'm going to tell you guys all about that. And Sunday is really kind of a day where we're doing all of our planning. We're structuring everything in our lives. So like literally I took my car to the car wash, vacuumed it out. I'm cleaning my house. I'm getting all my groceries. Like, I'm doing everything on Sunday to set the tone for the week and just, you know, get the ball rolling. And then after I'm done eating and everything like that, I'm gonna go play some pickleball with some of my boys, so it should be a great time. And yeah, so I'm gonna drive over to this farm store and I'll talk to you guys pretty soon. All right, guys, so we just wrapped up pickleball. It was actually called racquetball, I want to say. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it was really fun. I got to meet up with Oscar, who has put me onto this diet, and then another person that I've known of for some time through Gents Croquet Club, which is like a community from Eamon. Basically, Daniel's like their crypto advisor, and he ended up showing up there. So it was pretty cool, like, to link up with both of them. I've never met them before, and they showed me how to play racquetball. So it was a fun time. I you know, obviously we didn't really talk much business. It was more just like hanging out, which is always refreshing. That's kind of like what I wanted to do, because a lot of times when you hang out with people that also do business, that's all you talk about instead of just like having a good time. So it was a good change of pace for sure. But here's my little haul from the farm. We got our raw milk. We got, well, just eggs. There's 3 dozen of them though. And this is so good. It's raw mozzarella. It's like, I don't know, they just make it there, but it's so good. And then of course the raw butter, it's like a staple in this. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for the Amos Miller's order to come in. I basically have to have just everything here from the farm. So pretty good stuff. But yeah, so racquetball was, one second. But yeah, so racquetball was really, really good. And it was a fun time. So all in all though, I would say everything so far in this series, the purpose of the series really is for me to be documenting 0 to $1 million in revenue for the CBD company. But at the same time, it's kind of like, it serves as a digital journal for myself, where I'm documenting my life in a sense. And it's pretty cool to do that because I'm going to be able to look back on it and see what I was doing and, you know, the mental progression, and just honestly just put it out there in the universe too. Like, shit's happening, you know. I feel like really, really good momentum. Like, we're back, you know. So it's really good, and I'm just super happy about it. So this YouTube really is kind of me documenting building the CBD company, but also just building my life to the point where I want it to get to. So I'm super, super stoked for that. And if you're watching, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Anyway, I got some cilantro here. So basically the cilantro goes into this this dish for the tartare. So I'm making that right now. But yeah, so like I was saying, like everything in my life I feel like is kind of like aligning itself right now. Like from meeting the right people, meeting new people, to you know, business is going really, really well. Like I just think that all things in my life are kind of coming together for one big perfect storm. At least that's the way it feels. And with all the things coming up, I mean, guys, my goal for this month is 700 subscribers on YouTube. We're at 550. So about 150 more to go. So 700 subs on YouTube. And for this month, of course, we can't really hit more than 150. So for revenue, 150K. That's my goal. And that would be a really, really nice third full month in business. You know, that would put us at 450K in 3 months. And that's a really good start, I would say. You know, not many businesses can say they did 450K in their first 3 months. And also, you know, I'm showing you guys everything, right? It's not entirely profit. Honestly, our margins are pretty low right now because we can't scale, but we're going to improve over time, get our product costs down, get into distribution. We have so many big plans for this year, guys, and it's not just 0 to a mil. I'm just going to be documenting this series for now, but after we hit a mil in revenue, it's going to be 0 to 10, you know, and it's going to just be insane. And my prediction is that by, I don't know, let's see, the end of April, we would have hit $1 million in revenue. I'd say, oh no, sorry. By the end of February, if we get our merchant increase, we're hitting $1 million in revenue. And that's kind of really soon. It's only in just a couple of weeks. So it's going to be pretty insane. And once we do hit that, that's when we're going to start to take everything. I mean, of course, everything's taken seriously now, but once we hit the million, it's like, that's when we can get to distribution and be like, yo, look, we already did $1 million retail, or, you know, e-com. Let's get this into your stores. It's selling hot. Let's do it, and start to build relationships there too. So I'm just excited because I keep telling you guys, but everything is falling into place perfectly to where exactly it needs to be. And I'm just thankful for that I even started this YouTube, because before, like I said, I've been doing e-com for years and years and years, and I always wanted to do something to YouTube, but I just never had anything that I thought was worth sharing until CBD. And when I had CBD happen, I was like, wait a minute, this is like the perfect thing. I've always wanted to like document a business, but never really had a business that I was super passionate. I mean, passionate maybe not isn't the word, but super into. I don't know. So I'm just happy about this, where I am now and how things are going. So it's honestly been such an amazing journey so far. I've learned a lot about myself. I've had to build a lot of patience with this merchant account cap. We haven't really gotten an increase yet, and of course you guys have seen me in just about every single video talk about maybe we'll get a merchant increase today. Yeah, well, I have to be patient, and it'll be sent to me when God wants me to have it. So it should be pretty amazing. I'm definitely just looking forward to it. But I'm gonna go ahead and chef up, and I did forget one ingredient, which is the shallots. So let's just see how it tastes without it. Hopefully it's pretty good. But yeah, so I'm gonna chef this up. Once I'm done, I'll show you guys the finished product, and then I'll also go ahead and pull up my computer and tell you guys what we're doing for revenue today, how everything's been actually going while I was at Pickleball, and all that stuff for our business. All the juicy stuff that you guys actually care about. So I'll talk to you guys in probably 10 minutes because I'm not the greatest at cutting steak fast. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys pretty soon. Well, the tartare came out pretty good. Can't say it's as good as the one that I had when I was there. I'm maybe just not doing it right, but definitely not as good. Better than my first attempt while I was here for sure. So it's a start. It's a start. Let's just say that. Oh yeah, here, check it out. So that's how it looks. I think that the shallots like make a big difference. So I Uber Eats shallots here. So when they get here, I'll just add them into the mix. But yeah, let's see what we're at for the day in terms of money. Money, baby, money. All right. So we had a 56% approval rate on our rebills today. It had 16 attempts and 9 went through, with a total of $1,600 in gross revenue and about $1,600 in, that can't be right. Yeah, total about $1,600 in gross revenue. Net revenue is probably right around $1,200, but our CRM doesn't update for product cost on our subscription yet because I don't know exactly why. But subscriptions are an amazing way to scale your business. I think that the reason that it hasn't updated product costs is because we do authorized billing first. So authorization is like when a charge is pending on your credit card. It'll give the customer time like 4 days or 3 days to cancel it if they wanted to before it becomes an actual transaction. And when it becomes an actual transaction, something called capturing the transaction happens, and that's when product cost gets added to our CRM. So realistically, probably about $1,400, maybe $1,200 in net profit off of these subscriptions today. But yeah, so subscriptions are an amazing way to scale your business. With us, of course, we're a supplement company, but if you're selling any type of product, you can really have a subscription on there. Just you have to figure out how to make it a value add for your customers, right? A prime example might be selling baby products, right? Let's just say you're selling baby products. Well, you might say, why would somebody want to buy my baby bag every single month? You know, most people wouldn't want to buy a baby bag every month. So how do you add a subscription on a baby bag? Well, something that you could do is create value for the people that are buying it. So if they're moms, with newborns that are buying it, well, what do they need the most? Do they need guidance? Do they need help with parenting? Do they want to know more things about children? Maybe what other moms have experienced? You just kind of need to figure out their pain points so that way you can go ahead and create a program that will benefit them and teach them around it. Then you just charge them monthly for it. It's pretty simple, and then you can just upsell it to them as if it were a new product instead of upselling. I don't know, if you're selling baby bag, don't upsell diapers, upsell the VIP or upsell both. But yeah, so you can create a value add, and that will help you scale your business pretty easily, just like we're doing with ours. So yeah, boys, this month, let's just see, 105K. It's January 14. We've slowed down, of course, but all is doing well. So I'm gonna go pick these shallots up, and I'll talk to you guys in just a sec. All right, the moment of truth. The Uber Eats was there, so I had to pause the recording for literally like 30 seconds. But I just added the shallots in there. Let's see if it makes a big difference. I think it might. Let's see here. That is That is making a huge difference. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly why I liked it last time. Shallots. If you're trying to make tartare, shallots. So yeah, everything's going really well. The momentum everywhere is just insane. I'm not gonna stop posting until, I'm never gonna stop posting, to be honest with you. I just want to keep documenting this entire thing. Even if we ever sold the company or did something really crazy, I'll document whatever happens after that. I'm just using this as like a diary basically, or journal. So pretty sick. But yeah, I'm just super excited. I feel back. I feel alive. You know, like it's hard because whenever I was doing just drop shipping, which is a great business model. I don't have anything against drop shipping. It's what I did for years. But whenever I was doing that, I just didn't feel like a divine purpose or like a divine sense of pride for anything that I was doing, because I just knew deep down, subconsciously even, that the product wasn't that good and that it wasn't something that I really liked even doing. But I did it because I had to do it, and dropshipping is essentially like a gateway into other businesses. And without dropshipping, I wouldn't be doing a CBD company now. So if you're in dropshipping, this is not hate towards dropshipping. In fact, I'm encouraging you to continue to do it so that way you can eventually transition into a legitimate business model. But you'll get the same exact feeling that I have right now about CBD, where when you find that business model that you are like, hell yeah, this is going to be the one, you'll know. And I just feel that I know. I can see, if I close my eyes, so vividly how things are going to be in the next 6 months. And CBD is what's going to get us there. So I am super, super stoked for this. But yeah, guys, it's 550, about 1,600 in revenue today. I'll screenshot that real quick here. And yeah, 1,600 in rev, really solid day. So I came home really early this morning, went to the store, got all this stuff out of the way. I'm gonna do some planning for the week pretty soon here. Just kind of plan on some content that I want to produce for the CBD company. See if there's any cool things that I can do with the CBD company. Plan a day to go to the retail distribution center. I also grabbed all my stuff for the week for groceries, cleaned my car. I have to vacuum around the house a little bit, like just mainly my couch because my dog likes to lay on there when he's not supposed to. So I have to vacuum that. And yeah, so what a day. What a day. But all right, guys, thank you as always for watching. If you have any questions at all, just comment. And dude, we're growing like crazy. So 700 subs by the end of this month. I think that's so doable. I think that's going to happen. Honestly, we might even beat that. But thank you guys as always for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.